As of now, with the help of these H1 and with these stylings, we're able to display some basic hello world on the UI. This is how my hello world is being displayed on the UI. But the styling is not correct. It is getting displayed on the top left corner instead of middle. We can do a better job here. Maybe we can try to bring this hello world into the middle of the page. We're going to make a lot of changes inside these app.jsx to explore Tailwind provided important CSS classes. All the subsequent elements that I'm going to build inside these app.jsx, I want them to be properly aligned in the center of the page. To achieve the same, I'll go to the file where we are maintaining div with the ID as root. Inside this index.html, we have a div with the ID as root. To this div, I want to apply the styling so that this styling will be applied to all the elements that I'm going to build under the app.jsx. Let me type class here. We should not use class name because this is a plain HTML file. Here we're not writing any JSX code. That's why please be cautious and use class only. As a very first style, I want to apply some width restrictions to my div. If you type W as a prefix, the extension it is going to show you all the utility classes that you can use. But this time instead of W, I want to use some other prefix which is max-w. With the help of max-w, we are going to apply max width, and to this max width prefix, I'm going to apply 7xl. With the help of 7xl, this div it is going to have a maximum width of 1280px. So let me press enter, followed by I'm going to press space. Next, I want to apply margin auto horizontally. That's why I'm trying to use mx followed by hyphen auto. With the help of this mx auto, we are trying to apply margin inline auto. Next, I want to have a padding of 8. If I use p-8, this div is going to have a padding of 32px in all the directions. After the padding, I'm going to use text center utility class, which is going to take care of displaying the text at the center of the div. So internally, this text center class, it is going to use text align center CSS. If I save this file and go to the browser, this time you will be able to see my H1 element, which has a content of hello world, is being displayed exactly at the center of the page with a good amount of padding and a margin applied. Let's try to open the developer console and validate the CSS code. Inside the developer console, under the body, we have a div with the ID as root. For this div, we have applied these utility classes. These utility classes, at the end of the day, behind the scenes, they are going to have some plain CSS. The same will be used by the browser to display the styling. Here, the text center class, it is going to have this plain CSS. Similarly, P8, it is going to have this CSS. If you open, padding top, padding right, padding bottom, padding left, all of them, they are going to have so and so units of spacing. As a next step, I'm going to build some new content under the app.jsx. This time, I'm going to have a paragraph. This paragraph, it is going to have a content which is Tailwind makes styling easy. Maybe what I can do is I can try to open the VS Code and browser next to each other so that we can see the demo of the styling instantly. As of now, there is no styling applied to this paragraph. That's why we are seeing some basic text being displayed on the browser. Maybe what I can do is, by using class name, I'm going to apply some Tailwind provided utility classes. If I'm looking to style my text, I need to type a prefix which is text followed by hyphen, and it is going to give all the possible options that we have. Here, I'm looking to make my font larger. That's why I'm going to type LG, which makes my text larger. As soon as I save this, you'll be able to see the font of the text is increased. In case if you are looking to increase further, like if you select the 6XL and save the file, the text size is going to increase more further. Let me roll back to LG because I'm good with LG, followed by I'm going to mention underline because I want to underline my text. As soon as I save this, a underline came just before the text. Next, I want to make my font bold. That's why I'm going to type the prefix font hyphen bold, which is going to make my font as bold. Now my font became bold. Next, I'm going to apply some margin on the top because right now my paragraph is being displayed just beneath the hello world without any space. That's why I'm going to use MT, which means margin top, followed by I will type 4 and save these changes. And with that, we have good spacing. MT-4, it is going to apply margin top with a spacing of 16 px. In case if you want to apply some color to your font, there is a famous utility class available inside Tailwind. You just have to type text hyphen. As soon as you type hyphen, you're going to have coloring options as well. So these are all the coloring options. Around the amber, these are all the options that you have. Similarly for blue, you have these options. In the upcoming lectures, I'll also show you how to use your own color. For Tailwind, it is not going to be possible to provide a utility class for each and every color available in the world. They have given classes for most of the important colors, but in case if you are looking for a specific color, we can achieve that as well, which I'm going to show you in the upcoming lectures. For now, let's try to apply a shade of blue. That's why I'm trying to type text-blue and I'm going to select text-blue-600. So this value, whatever you see like 600, it is going to determine how transparent the color is going to look like. With this 600, this is how my font is going to look like. But if I use 200, the blue color will become more light because the lesser the number that we use, the more the transparency of the color will be. Let me bring back 600 and save, and this is how my text is going to look like. Inside this lecture, we have explored all these important classes. Anytime, if you're not sure which class to use, you don't have to worry much. You can go to the docs and inside the search, suppose if you're looking for coloring a font or coloring a background, as soon as you search for color, you're going to have multiple options. If you can scroll down under the typography, we have two different sections explaining you about how to apply color to the text. Similarly for borders and accessibility, interactivity, backgrounds, effects. As I said before, this documentation is very vast and very good as well. That's why don't get worried much about these number of utility classes that Tailwind provides. Always do your homework in this official website and I'm sure you're going to get solution for your problem. Let's continue exploring few other important utility classes in the next lecture as well.